continuing with our coverage of NASSCOM Summit, we spoke exclusively to Prakash Malia, the Vice President and Managing Director of Intel India. Here he is, sharing the Intel vision for startups in India and the hot sectors in which he sees immense potential. As far as the founders out there go, you don't want to miss this interview. Here's how you can pitch to Intel India.
First of all, India is one of the youngest countries in the world. We have an exciting, growing startup ecosystem. So as a technology company and as a company strongly committed to India, we would like to invest in developing the ecosystem. So startup really, the work we do is oriented in that direction. We expose, using the Intel India Maker Lab, the startups to the technology, the tools, helping them with mentoring as well as matchmaking, which can help their business scale.
Any specific sectors that you're looking to? Is the sector agnostic? Should it really play into the larger theme of Intel and the plans that it would have? What would really make the cut?
We would say we are looking at verticals that can make a high impact for the country. Verticals like healthcare, verticals like agriculture, video surveillance and security. All of these have areas not only Intel is focused on, but even startups are looking to break through because these are all high friction industries. Think about it. Healthcare, we have one of the most adverse doctor to patient ratios in the world today. And technology can help solve some of those challenges, which are very unique to the country. That's what we are focused on, some of those verticals.
For entrepreneurs, startups watching this, how do they pitch? How does it work? How is the program really organized for them to apply and get through? How do they really pitch to Intel India?
You can look it up on our website. We have also, as a part of the Maker Lab initiative, we have an initiative called Plug-in, which essentially is matchmaking, getting startups together and exposing them to the broader ecosystem that helps them learn and scale. So look it up on our website. You can definitely follow up with us and we would be happy to engage with you.
But does Intel also have plans of investing in these startups, or is this largely an ecosystem play really going ahead?
We look at all opportunities. We have right now mentored, advised, trained and helped 60 plus startups as a part of the plug-in initiative. And they span multiple verticals. Given that we are a global company and we are a technology company, we have strong commitment towards helping these startups succeed, especially in a market that is growing and as fascinating as India. So yes, all opportunities we explore and we keep the startups engaged on technologies that can help them shape the journey of the country.
Lastly, before I let you go, I know you have a packed schedule. Top 2-3 hot sectors according to you that will really stand out in the time to come as far as India is concerned?
I would say healthcare, very, very significant. Because of, like I said, the doctor-patient ratio being adverse and technology augmenting human beings can help really healthcare to reach bottom of the pyramid, number one. Agriculture, as well as air quality, overall climate, technology, as well as associated themes like AI and analytics can really help shape the journey for the country. And lastly, I would say video surveillance and security, because of edge analytics and capabilities that some of the startups we see invest in and build in the country, those are the areas I feel have immense opportunities for the future.
The NASSCOM event showcased several unique equipments that can help bridge the patient-doctor gap in the country. From a device that detects hypertension and diabetes in under 5 minutes to a super-duper stethoscope and a special device that can identify eye defects at 1/10 of the cost. Can all of these disrupt healthcare as the way we know it? Here is our demos and our reviews of all of these devices.
Well, if you're thinking I'm posing for the camera, no, I'm not clicking pictures here at NTLF, but it's actually a startup that's using thermal imaging, AI, ML to really detect, and please pay attention, hypertension, type 2 diabetes as well. All of this through this machine that they have.
the idea is like even if you go to a blood test for a diagnostic center, it varies from diagnostic center to diagnostic center. But here it's the AI which is doing it, and it is almost accurate like in every single time. You don't have to depend upon the diagnostic center for the accuracy. In that way, we are actually more accurate than the traditional diagnostic centers. However, at this moment, what we are trying to see this like, because this is non-invasive, people can do this as a screening technique, and then if there is any abnormality that we found, they can always go for the traditional test and get the
and consult the doctor. So if you look at the device, it really is like a simple camera. You have a wider screen on the back. They take about 1 minute. And how many thousand frames is it that you analyze?
So per second we have like 30 frames, and then for about 1 minute it comes around like 1800 frames for us. So yeah.
1800 frames is what it analyzes in terms of data. All of this in the background. Then you should be entering your details, which I will do now to really find out where I stand, how healthy am I. Okay, so I think my report is finally out. Takes a few minutes for the software to analyze data. Where do I stand?
You're pretty healthy actually. Type 2 diabetic on a scale of 10, you are on the low risk, and then for hypertension you are actually on the very low to low risk, and for your cholesterol levels you're actually on a very low risk. So good on you.
And they do swear by it that while this is great for pre-diagnosis, always go out there and consult a doctor. But accuracy levels, they're saying 95% plus as far as predicting what is concerned. Technology really changing healthcare now as well. Another interesting startup that has a smart stethoscope, and all it does is it can actually give out data real time in terms of how healthy your heart is, and all of this on an app, IoT enabled technology really being the big driver. How does it work? How did the idea really come about? We've seen stethoscopes. Why are you calling this a smart one?
Yeah, so in India we have one doctor to 2,700 patients and 4,000 cardiologists, whereas the requirement is 88,000 cardiologists. The question is, how do we bridge this gap? So our device, when we attach to a conventional stethoscope, it becomes a smart stethoscope. That means the heart and lung sounds from a remote location, we can save it in the mobile and we can analyze and we see it is a normal or abnormal sound. And also we can send it from a remote location to a doctor who is sitting in a city. So this is like a phonocardiogram. Like in ECG you have electrocardiogram, this is phonocardiogram. So now this is already paired with Bluetooth. Now when I am placing here, so you can see the heartbeats here. So I am recording the sound now. Now it is uploaded in the cloud. Now when I analyze this sound,
it generates a report instantly?
Yes. It generates a report instantaneously. And it shows his report like this. So there is no murmur in the heart sound. That means his heart is clear now.
You were also telling me as far as troubles in the heart are concerned, it does pick up those signals. Have you been able to really test it and put it out there?
Yes. So there are diseases like congenital heart diseases, or you can call it as the holes in the heart, like VSD or ESD. When you have these kind of hearts, you will find a murmur in the heart sound. So when you look at that, the difference is like this. So this is the murmur which you can see. It's a systolic murmur, and this thickness is the one which is the abnormality. So when you see the recorded heart sound now, it comes like this. So there is no murmur in this. So in India, around 2 lakh children are born with this kind of abnormalities, and 1/5 of them require intervention.
How many of these are really out there in the market? Whom do you really work?
So 900 units we have deployed. With Maharashtra government, we have deployed in 3 districts, Nanded, Nandurbar and Sangli, and a couple of telemedicine companies in Bangalore, as well as doctors and pediatricians all over India.
To really solve a very interesting problem, again, if anything is amiss, they advise you to go consult a doctor. But in far-flung areas where it's still an issue to really get a cardiologist to look into your reports, to the eco, so to say, this really comes to handy. The power of technology solving innovative problems.
With the way our lifestyles are changing today and the kind of time that we spend on our smartphones and laptops, a lot of issues related to eyes crop up. Some can be as minor and common as weakness in eyesight, but some can be more severe like glaucoma that can cause partial or complete loss of vision. So here we are introducing you to an interesting piece of tech called OM, which has been developed by LV Prasad Eye Institute, that can help you diagnose early blindness at 1% the cost and literally 2 minutes of time.
Basically, OM is an intelligent visual field screening tool. So what happens when in glaucomas is that your side vision tends to get reduced, and you sort of develop these empty spaces in your vision wherein you lose information in. So, and your brain, because when you just see through the eye but perceive through the brain, so your brain fills in those information, and these early defects are not measured. So the idea with the device is to screen for these defects, identify them, and because if you don't treat them appropriately in case of glaucoma, these defects increase and cause permanent blindness. This device, it's a software-based application which can run on any VR headset and can screen for these defects in less than 5 minutes. So we have worked around with the natural algorithm which is present in these machines and tried to bring down the time of testing to less than 5 minutes. So, and this testing actually finds out if you have these missing spaces present or not, and then based on that would give out a response immediately on the application which says that you need to refer this patient or not. We have identified that this device works good for glaucoma with about 85% accuracy in detecting the disease, and we are yet validating it for other neurological causes which can affect the optic nerve disease and cause a visual field loss due to that. So the traditional tests say the traditional test would cost you about 1,000 rupees per test, whereas this test would cost you only 15 rupees per test, and the time taken is approximately 20 minutes for the traditional testing, whereas here we have found that it is less than 5 minutes per eye.
So, for less than 1% of the cost, sitting at home, you can actually find out, you can actually detect early blindness and make sure that you get proper diagnosis for your eyes. So this is just started. They've done some experiments and some trials with several hospitals. So soon, this is one tech that you will see in your homes as well.